Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brothers and sisters, I'm here, your brother Abu Sumayya, to answer the question about how I came to the fold of Islam. When I was about 19, almost 20, I reached a point in my life where I was lost completely. I was in complete darkness, walking down completely the wrong path. Already had done so many things in my life that were regrets at such a young age. And subhanAllah, I was yet walking down another path that who knows if I would have remained in that path would yet have been another further regret. And that was the path of joining a gang, quote unquote. I had a young foster child that my mother used to raise, a young brother. He was about 17 years old at the time, 16, 17. He lived in my house. He introduced me to Zulu Nation. Everybody knows Zulu Nation as hip hop. Everybody knows Zulu Nation as something good. I've seen both sides, inshallah ta'ala. I've seen the hip hop side and I've seen the street corner side as well. And we used to go to New York, to Harlem, and we would meet once a month where Africa Bambaataa would come and he would give a talk. And he would talk about different things, conspiracy theories and all this type of stuff. Back then he was following Dr. York. And at one of these events, a brother by the name of Abdulaziz, Puerto Rican brother like myself, he had just come home from Rikers Island from prison. He had accepted Islam in prison. And he asked Bambaataa to allow him to give a talk. And at that talk, he began to talk about homosexuality, about the oneness of God, and about a bunch of things that really drew my curiosity. Everybody in the room was like, get out of here with that stuff. Nobody wants to hear it. But afterwards, he knew my friend Edgar. They were very close because my friend Edgar was underneath him as gang leader. You know, Abdulaziz was the gang leader. My friend Edgar was underneath him. And he embraced Edgar and he was like, listen, man, I haven't seen you in such a long time. He says, can you brothers take me to my house and drop me off? He lived in the Bronx. So we said yes. We took him to the Bronx. He invited us up for a cup of tea and some sweets. And he gave me my first book ever about Islam, Tawheed, or the Book of Tawheed by Bilal Phillips. And he began to talk to us about the concept of the oneness of God and the oneness of Allah. And subhanAllah, it made so much sense to me because I never worshiped Jesus. I had a problem with that concept. And when I heard about Allah being one and He the creator of the heavens and earth, it was something that drew my attention. I went back and I read the entire Bible from cover to cover. And I found so many amazing things that proved that the Quran was the truth. And I went and I began to ask family members about, the Bible and these verses that I had read until one day there was a debate between a Muslim and a Christian. And after the debate, because the Christian pastor said Jesus is the Son of God and He is God, I approached him afterwards and I said, listen, I have one question. And if you can answer it, you solve all my problems regarding Christianity. I said, when Jesus was on the cross and He says, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? Here's my issue. We have your God, Jesus, whom you said is the Son and God. And we have the God whom Jesus is crying out to, saying, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? I said, who do I worship? Jesus or the one He cried out to? He put his hand on my shoulder and he said, son, you just have to believe. I looked at him and I said, that is a ridiculous answer. And I thought that you would give me something better than that. What I believe in is that I'm going to cry and supplicate to the one who Jesus was crying to, because Jesus knew that there was something much more powerful than Him. And it was at that moment that I decided to take Shahada. And we ended up going back to New York. And that brother Abdulaziz, he gave us Shahada in the streets of the Bronx.